rushing yards that Mr. Sanders had. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Double. White 90, white 20. Stop. Eagle. Stop. White 20.
Vic on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10.
Stop. White 90. Alpha.
Here's Michael Vick. They open, it's Moss complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
White 20.
Now Williams. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Lion. 300. Stop.
Now Williams running left. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Vick. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Terrell Owens, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
That appeared like any routine NFL quarterback, but it was Michael Vick from the pocket, throws a touchdown pass. I just think about the transformation throughout his career. From Atlanta, where he would take off and go at just about the drop of a hat and turn defenses into mush. And then by the end of his career in Philadelphia, where he completed passes like we just saw from the pocket, yet still had those great legs, when necessary, to help get him out of trouble.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So a good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Vick with a give to Sanders. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Orange. Orange.
That was 2nd down throw for Vick. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Terrell Owens racking up catches in this contest, not uncommon from his playing days, where he listed targets in bunches.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people remember, maybe not the younger crowd, but back in 2000, he had 20 in a single game against the Bears, and that's the NFL record. Vic operating on first down. And complete to Zach Ertz. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Vic now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Vic. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Vic. Forced out to his left. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's go. Orange.
From the gun, Vic. Going for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Eagle. Alpha.
2nd down, Vic. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And here on the road, that could be a huge score for their morale in the second half.
Every team has confidence going into the start of games, but sometimes you get it rocked a little bit, and it certainly applies here for them. But guess what? Just what you said, this touchdown can give them their belief back that they can win in the second half.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Space to run past the 20. Wide open receiver complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Orange. Alpha.
They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by DeMarcus Ware. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now it's Wilson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Jerry Rice, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's second down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Vick. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Orange. Alpha.
Here's Vick. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Everyone's got four down. Black only. Alpha. And it's a black 2-9.
They will indeed go for it. Vick, flush to his right. And this is incomplete. Boy, a